Hey guys, what's up? Daniel here with DarkGadgets.com. Today we're going to be doing a quick unboxing of the Xbox One Day 1 edition, which I just got from Best Buy. Now the box overall is pretty simple, so we're just going to get straight into this. It retails for $500, and this is pretty much the version you'll get when you pre-order it. If you don't pre-order it, I don't know if you can still get this version, but it is the same price as the normal one. All it has is just some Day 1 stickers or something on the controller. But yeah, so here's the first part, and we get to the main goodies here. So we get some quick setup guides, a sticker, Xbox One, and just a few other manuals. Nothing important there. Next we get the headset itself, which of course is different than the previous generation. So let's take a look at that real quick to see how that looks. And it actually doesn't seem too premium. It looks, it's fairly plastic, but it should work in the meantime until they release some good headsets. And let's move on here to the power cable, which attaches to the block here. And yeah, so that attaches to the Xbox. This attaches to this, just like the old versions. And this is pretty much the same size as the older ones, so no change there. Next we have the controller itself, which is nicely wrapped in this black material. Alright, and you can see there it says Day 1 edition or Day 1 2013, because that's what it is. And it comes with two AA Duracell batteries, which I won't be using because I have rechargeable batteries, and I also got the rechargeable pack because, that might come in handy. And yeah, so the controller, of course, is very different than the previous generation. It's a lot better. I tried it out earlier this week at a Microsoft store, and yeah, we'll do a comparison of that later on. So next we have the, of course, HDMI cable, which you only get one. So this is the one to connect to the TV from your Xbox, and you would need to use another one to connect your cable box to your Xbox One, which would then, but yeah. So next we have the Kinect 2.0 here, which is not a huge size. I thought it could have been bigger, but of course, the design is kind of boxy to match the the Xbox One design, but it won't look too bad on a living room, or at least not as bad as the one itself. And let's put that aside, and let's move on to the second part of the box. That is it. So let's put that aside, throw that back there. And what's cool about this pre-order is they gave me a bunch of posters and stuff at Best Buy, so I'm pretty excited that I just didn't get the console, but I got other stuff along with it. So this is also wrapped in that premium material that the controller was wrapped in. And we have some foam pads on the side here to protect it. And we're gonna put everything here aside so we can take a look at the console. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and rip off this material off of here. But yeah, taking a closer look at the console, we have the drive in the front along with an Xbox button that glows up when you turn it on. Now this does accept Blu-ray players and of course discs. I didn't get any discs because I am trying to go all digital and start getting rid of discs. But in the back we have HDMI in, HDMI out. We have the connector to the power source, two USBs. I think this is a proprietary Kinect slot, and then in, out, and that is all you get. And a bunch of fans along the sides of the console and the back, and everywhere there's a fan so that it can breathe, and we won't have as much issues as we did with the Xbox 360. All right, so taking a closer look at the controller, we have of course A, B, X, and Y. We have the thumbsticks, we have start and select, which have changed and are just different buttons now. We have the D-pad, the bumpers, and the triggers. A connector for the play and charge kit, so you can charge this while playing. And you also have the battery pack in the back, which doesn't take as much space as the previous generation, and it just makes everything feel a lot slimmer and just nicer to hold. I mean, it's 100 times better than the previous gen. I mean, the old one felt really cheap and plasticky. This, of course, still feels plasticky, but it just feels like a better type of plastic. The thumbsticks are easier to hold and just, you know, to play with. The triggers are easier to click. The colors here are kind of cool, and the font they used just looks, you know, next gen. And it also says day one in the middle. But, you know, you are getting an improvement over the last generation. The only thing that isn't really changing here is the games that you're playing, because of course you can get COD Ghost, you can get all those main games on the previous generation. So this is really just, you're buying this so you can buy the games that are going to come out in a year and 2 years, etc., and just stay up to date with what's new and, you know, what the latest in technology is. So that's one of the reasons I got it. Of course, I'll be playing the same games that I would be playing on a 360, but, you know, I'm just like, what the heck? We'll buy it and see what happens and see how the TV functionality actually works and if it's, you know, worth the upgrade. And we'll do a bunch of videos on all that later. All right, guys, so yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys want to add me on Xbox, the gamer tag will be down below in the description. Just send me a message saying you came from this video. Other than that, follow me on Twitter at @DarGadgets. And I thank you for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.